guys, and welcome back. It's your girl Yummy.com. Thank you for tuning in. We have another one of my favorite videos to make. You know it, you can hear it. It's a ship up video. Yes, y'all, we have another ship up video, but this video is very different because it's not necessarily a ship, but a family I'm making. And no, not a full family. I am making a mother slash father, mostly just father because I'm doing BTS. So I'm doing a father and their child. So the way I'm doing this, and I kind of tweaked the format of how I usually do it because I wanted to give them, I just saw a lot of younger idols, younger idols, and I was like, wow, this idol reminds me of this person. Like, wow, I feel like they could learn a lot from this person. Like, so with that being said, I've kind of given members of BTS, and maybe I might do it with other groups too, but members of BTS, I've kind of given them children, so to speak, just idols that are younger that kind of remind me a lot of them and that I think could learn a lot from them, like specific members. So with that being said, we're going to start where we always start with BTS, with our leader in chief, our commander, our presidente, Namjoon. With Namjoon, RM, aka X-Lee, formerly known as Rap Monster, we could learn a lot of lessons from that man. He is a producer, a songstress, a rapper extraordinaire, a leader, a spokesman, just an all-around good person, which is like what we need in the world, you know? Just what we need in the world. Like, he could rule my country. Anyways, with him, I wanted to give him someone who has leader potential. And I'm not necessarily saying leaders within their group, but at least like leading within the K-pop realm. Someone who has that kind of potential and could learn from a thought-provoking kind of feel, a nature thought-provoking kind of feel from him, like the do's and don'ts and like what he learned going away. So with that being said, this is, you have to hear me out, okay? Like, it may not sound like right, but I know I'm right, okay? I put him with Sakura. She's from the group IZ*ONE. If you don't know her, she's from this group. She is the cutest little baby. I saw her on Knowing Brothers and she was just the most adorable thing to me, especially when I saw her on Knowing Brothers, but then I also saw her on the dinner show, like Let's Have Dinner or Let's Eat Dinner, and she was like doing the red velvet choreography. It was just so cute. It was so cute, and she was like blushing, so cute, you know. And you know who could teach her about meeting her idols? RM, because you know who he met? Drake and Nas. Those are his idols, and he met them, so he could teach her that. But also, I feel like I feel like she has a lovely voice. And I feel like she also is very creative. With that being said, I don't think that that is being expressed the way that it should be. She's one of my favorite members of the group, but I just feel like there is something that like that needs to like push her just a little bit further. Like, she has the attitude, she's like positive, she's very sweet, she's very loving, she's very like she's a very like vibrant person who I think has very well, like, if we're to, first of all, RM is the smartest member of BTS and is the only one who fluently speaks English. So she's known to misspell some things sometimes, especially in Korean, because it's not her first language, like she's Japanese. So like, no fault to her, but like RM could definitely be teaching her like some like Korean hardcore, you know, or English or anything. You know, he's smart, IQ 148, so he could definitely teach her in that sort of aspect. But then also, like, as for her leadership skills goes and just keeping the group on track and on par, I think he could also teach her. Even though she's not the leader, she is very much, like, I feel like the most involved member with every other member. And I think that it's very cute and very sweet, and that, like, she could definitely help be the glue to that group if given the proper tool set. And also, like, I feel like she could branch into writing her own music if, again, given the proper tool set. So that's why I chose her to be paired up with RM. Like, there are a lot of other people that I could have chosen, but I think that there's just something similar with their vibes, of their, like, goofiness and their vibes that, like, also could be forces to reckon with within music in general. Like, not just K-pop, but, like, music in general. So that's why I paired RM up. That's why I gave him that child. That's why that is his child for me. Next up we have Jinny boy. Jin, my boy, our favorite young, our favorite daddy. Daddy. Jin. Wow, Jin is someone who is, I can say is one of the hardest working members of BTS. He has gone the farthest when we're talking within, like, levels. Like, he has jumped the high, like, I think he has jumped the biggest distance, because he came in not being able to dance or sing, and now man sings like an angel and dances better than a Backstreet Boy. Like, kill me. You know, I don't know what kind of magic he has done, but he has done it. And he's even gone so far as to compose his own songs, which is highly admirable and difficult for anyone, let alone people who are, like, learning, still honing and learning in their own, like, skills. Now, with that being said, I know that this, again, maybe doesn't make as much sense as I want it to, but I put him with one of my favorite actors and an ex-member of 101. I'm pretty sure he's in a new group, but honestly, he's always just in 101 to me. They're all just, like, even Kang, even Daniel, it's just 101. You're 101 to me. Like, it will always be 101 in my heart, no matter what other groups you join or go solo or whatever. You're just still in 101. So he's one of my favorite members of 101. My little baby, little baby. He was also in my favorite Chinese drama on Netflix. I love this drama so much. I rewatch it all the time.
谢谢你，我应该早就告诉你的。我喜欢你。
It's a little thing called first love. His name. This is the tricky part. Okay. Like, every time I see his name, it is written differently. It's definitely like Gulin. That cool. It's either cool or gu, but it's like, it's either K or G. It's like every time I see it, it's written differently. I try to listen very closely when the other members, like when I watch old 101 stuff and the other members say his name or other people say his name. But again, like, I'm not fluent in Korean, not fluent in Chinese, so like it's very hard for me to like try and, I'm like trying very hard. So I just call him Lin usually. I just go by that last part, Lin, because that's the same always, Lin. So love him though. He's my not my favorite member of 101. Actually, I think he actually is. I think he was my bias in 101. He's just the sweetest little bean with the visuals that are gently. And the only other person's visuals I could think of that are as deadly besides Jin is maybe like Minho from SHINee. and that's also just a personal thing because like Minho makes me he makes me drool all the time, every time. Minho was the first person I looked at and I was like, this is what love feels like. So the only other person besides Jin and Lin who have visuals that deadly is Minho. So, and I also think that, you know, Jin has, well, Lin, I'm gonna call him Lin, has a lot of experience in acting. He does not have the technical knowledge of acting, and this is where I think that Jin and Lin can learn from each other, because Jin, while he has the technical knowledge of acting, he does not have the experience of acting. So I feel like they could link up, share info, and kind of vibe. Also, if they were to be in a drama together and be brothers, I would pass out. It'd be so cute. They look nothing alike, but they are still super cute, and it would be so funny. Like, they definitely, like, they look like different. They look very different in age, so it's not like they can be like play like opposites, like not like love opposites, but like fighting for the same woman. It's not like I mean, I guess they could. I mean, who knows? You know, I've seen crazier plots, but I just think that they're very cute. I think that Jin can help him hone his acting skills, but also still keep in line with honing his vocal skills. He is a rapper, so like
I don't really care.
maybe Jin isn't the best person, maybe I made a mistake, but I feel like Jin, if Jin wanted to rap,
How about you? I like you.
we've all heard his 아저씨 voice.
야, 너가 일본에서 육포랑 오징어 되게 맛있는 거 사실 뭐 생각해가지고 사온 거야. 물티슈도 너 맨날 흘려가지고, 야, 너 이거 잘 닦으라고 내가 물티슈도 샀는데 나한테 어떻게 그럴 수가 있어?
So like, we know he could rap, you know? Kill it. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like both of them could learn from each other with the technical and experiential part of acting. I think V also could be in that trouble, but I had someone already in mind for V, so I couldn't, you know, move him to there. But I think that I think that Jin, and being the visual, Jin is one of the best visuals in K-pop. I think Jin is a great visual. I think Enwoo is a great visual from Astro. I think they're very, I think V is a great visual from BTS. Jin is one of the best visuals because he has literally gotten his group attention solely off of his face. Not even like acting, just his face alone. He's just been like, who are they? What's that face? What's that? Whose face is that? That face is looking mighty fine. Who are they? He could learn a thing or two for his new group, whatever new group he is in, which I will research and follow his career because I super love him, and I think that he is Jin's child. We're only on Jin, and I'm just rambling. Wow. Sugar. For Sugar, we are going, this one makes more sense, okay? Guys, I promise, this one makes more sense. It's not like crazy sense in my head, it just makes general sense. For Sugar, we are going to pair him up with a young producer who is just all around great, a little too sassy for his own good. Like, again, gives very Big Daddy Sugar energies all everywhere. When he be like talking trash to his group mates, you just be like, oh my god, sir, I think you need to calm down because it's too much. It's too much. You're all children. It's fine. Because he's so cute. He's so talented. Like, a lot of the songs that he did on 101, Producer 101, I believe he was on. Or is it Producer 48? I really can't remember. There's too many numbers. But he produced a lot of the music that his group did. And it was really great and amazing. And I feel like he's had a lot of commercial success as a producer, as a songwriter, as a was gonna say seamstress, not a seamstress, but as a singer, and I have yet to say his name. My bad, guys. Daehui. He is currently in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's not the group name. It's like AB61X. AB61X, I believe. I think I might be saying that wrong. He is also with our last guy from 101. I see, again, 101 for me. That's what I'm just like, you're from 101 and there's nothing you can do to change my mind. I obviously will support their new group once I learn their name correctly. He is very, very talented as a musical ear to him, is a strong producer, actually one of the youngest popular producers in Korea right now. Beautiful, like just vibe to him. He has the same vibe. I think that where Suga has learned like when to open up and when to, you know, close down and when to do these things that he is still learning but has gotten phenomenally better at over the last 7 years. I think that he's lacking it a little bit because like right now, like his attitude is very, I love it. I love him because I see where he is and I see his potential and like everything that like in the vibe and in the vein of his personality. But like where he is where Suga was like 4 years ago. And I feel like Suga could help guide him to the place where it's like more, oh, you're just you. It's charming.
난 곁에 있을게. 난 댄스곡 좋아해. 댄스곡 불러줘. 단지 날 사랑해. 옛날 거잖아, 요즘 거.
I don't think that he hates his group members at all. At all. Like, especially 101. Like, when he was in 101, absolutely not. Like, I think they were all, like, very ride or die for each other. And it was very cute. But, like, sometimes he can't help but to give off that vibe. And I think that Suga could help him hone that in. And I also think that they could produce some dope beats together. You know, just overall. That's really it. I really just think that they are both producers, are both, you know, songwriters, are both very talented in that regards, and that I just think that they would make a good duo. I think that they just remind me of a father-son, like a famous father and his like equally talented son, and that's what they remind me of, and that's why I put them together. Like they have similar traits, they have similar personalities, and they have similar skill set. I have a very specific skill set, so that's why I put them together. I think that he could learn from Suga, he could learn from Yoonggol or him some things, but I also think that Suga, Yoonggol's, Yoongi, Lil Meow Meow could also learn some things from him. That's why I put them together. Next up, well, I rambled through that one. It makes sense though. Like when you think about it, it makes more sense than anything else I've said. Next up, we're going to go to J-Ho. Now, J-Hope, again, this is actually someone he is very familiar with. She, yes, it's our first girl, guys, our first lady, because everybody knows that a daddy-daughter pairing is a great thing.
Premiere of Baby Daddy, Wednesday, June 20th.
Jesus Christ, I don't know what I just said. Anyways, she is actually a member of, was gonna say TXT. She's a member of ITZY. Her name is Rayun. She's phenomenal. She's an amazing dancer. I think that she could learn a hell of a lot of skills from J-Hope. on choreography specifically, I think that with her skill set, with her amazing dance skill set, that she could undoubtedly become like a phenomenal choreographer. I'm not sure if she is a choreographer yet, but I feel like with J-Hope's skill set, and just J-Hope is an excellent teacher, like more than just an excellent dancer, because there are a lot of excellent dancers. Kai's an excellent dancer, like just Rio's an excellent dancer. There's a lot of excellent dancers, but J-Hope is an excellent teacher, and I feel like with being an excellent teacher, he's also an excellent choreographer, and those sometimes go hand in hand, and I feel like he could teach her that, so that beyond just like when, you know, BTS is over, God forbid, let's never let that happen, or when ITZY is done, that she will have a vibrant career as a choreographer, as a like could own a dance, you know, could do a lot of different things within dance. They also already know each other because she is the girl, yes, the girl from the Love Yourself highlight reel, the girl who was in who was like with Jimin and J-Hope in the dance studio, who had the cake. Yeah, that's her. That's her. And as we've seen, she's a phenomenal dancer. They're already like have some sort of relationship, so it wouldn't be too awkward. She knows how to take direction from him. No, but like they've danced together, so like that obviously will make the bond stronger. And I think that he could be a phenomenal mentor to her, a good daddy, if you will, for her, because she is a phenomenal and strong dancer and a pillar in ITZY, but like I feel like she could take it to the next level where she could be a phenomenal teacher and a phenomenal choreographer. So that's why I paired them together. Next up, we're slowly making our way through this. We have the whole reason why this episode exists. The whole reason why this episode exists is because I saw two people and I was like, wow, this is Jimin and V if I've ever seen them, just in toddler form. It's scary. And Jimin and V, they are the sweetest, most adorable friends that have ever existed. You know, the best of friends that have ever existed. But they both have very distinct personality traits. It is very strange, I will say, to see two people who are, dare I say, very close in personality traits to the other individuals, but also have a similar looking from the outside, have a similar friendship to the two. So it's like not only are their individual personalities like very similar, but their friendship from the outside, how it looks, is also very similar. So it's very strange to see. That's why I made this whole list, honestly. And you probably know who I'm talking about. For Jimin, it's Wooyoung from ATEEZ. It's Wooyoung from ATEEZ. I swear, I think I like was watching something and I like wasn't paying attention, and I like it went on autoplay, and I guess an ATEEZ interview came up, and I looked up, saw Wooyoung, and I was like, oh, Jimin. And then I was like, wait a minute, who's next to Jimin? And it was Mingi, and I was like, this is not Jimin. Woo, awkward. This little blonde boy is not Jimin. This little blonde boy who's showing too much chest, not Jimin. I thought it was Jimin. Because, you know, what other little blonde boy shows that much chest? So, they have very similar personalities, very beautiful falsettos. And just like very big daddy sexual Libra energy they give off, even though Wooyoung is not a Libra. Just they both give off that vibe. Very caring, very sweet, very nurturing, have a sweet, sour Spanish kid vibe to them. And that's why I paired them together, just because their vocal ranges are similar. And they, you know, and like I was like, also when I was doing this video, I was like, oh, that's when I chose, I was like, let me go and see more about their personalities, AT's, Wooyoung's personality, and literally like his inspiration is Jimin from BTS. And I was like, well, that makes sense, because that's exactly who you are. Not who you are, like just you're obviously yourself, but that's like, I can see the inspiration. Next up we have V. And this goes into what I was talking about before. It's Yosei from ATEEZ, because they're just so similar. That like chill, I'll cut you up vibe, but like also I will be the class clown as well. Like vibe that I get from V is the same that I get from Yosei. Like it's so funny, and that's what I was talking about. Like within the friendships as well. Like Wooyoung and Yoseok's friendship is so similar looking to Jimin and V's friendship. You are my soulmate. It just looks so similar that it's really funny to me. And then again, I was doing my research and I was like, who is Yoseok? Like, I was like, it's very weird that Jimin is his inspiration, and that's who I paired him up with because he just super reminds me of him. And now he reminds me of him. I wonder, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. Then I looked, and yes, Yoseok's inspiration slash like role model is V from BTS. I was like, oh, so they're doing this on purpose to me. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I was like, oh my god, okay, so I'm not crazy. Like, this is actually happening. Cool, cool, cool. Dope, dope, dope. Glad I'm not wrong. So that's basically why I paired them up together, because they have similar vibes. Yosei and V don't have similar voices. They have like kind of like nice textured voices.
And then you pulled around. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love. I'm going under, then this time I feel there's no one to turn to.
Very textured voices, which is good, but not similar in tone the same way that Wooyoung and Jimin are, but they do have very similar personalities, where it's like there's a moment where you're just like, something about them right now says don't fuck with me. And then sometimes you're just like, something about them says they're going to fuck everybody up. Like they're just going to pull a prank and blow the whole house up. So the way that is why I put them together. And for our last person, we have JK. JK, Jungkook, Daddy Cookie. Who will be your son, Daddy Cookie? Now, you know I couldn't go through this whole list without making one TXT reference. And you know who I'm talking about? It's Taehyung from TXT. Now, you would think I would pair up Taehyung with Taehyung. No, he already has a child. JK and Taehyung, they are, if there was a father-son award Olympics, they would win. They would crush all of the other members. They would demolish all of the other members simply because JK's strength, but then also Taehyung's strength. But also, the fact that Taehyung is just such a big JK stan is just so cute to me. They're part of the same company. Like, it's very cute and very endearing. I feel like there is so much wisdom about control and how to control not just the outside world, but your inner talents and how that goes. That JK has already imparted, but could continue to impart to Taehyung, especially to all of TXT, but especially Taehyung. It's just something about your mentor being someone you admire so much is just something so much more powerful about it, especially when it's JK. Like, JK, you know? I would listen to JK, and he's younger than me. Couldn't even be my mentor. I mean, he could, but like, not a singer. Anyways, the dancing, again, both of them have this like very strong effervescent dance style to them that I think JK could also impart on like how to control your vocals while you're doing that sort of hard type choreography, because they both have a similar flow in their dance stylings, and I think that could be very, very helpful in pushing TXT forward and keeping their performance as amazing as they have been. I'm sure that they have already imparted as much wisdom as they could and learned the lessons, but like I just think that it'd be very cute to see them in a father-son photo shoot with like matching sweater vests and like dangly earrings and just like, hey dad. It'd be really cute, and I think that it would be beneficial on both sides. It would give JK something more to focus on to also help him focus. I feel like JK is a very focused person, and if you gave him a person or project to focus on, he would kill it and crush it. So I think that would be very helpful. Anyways, that's all the time we have today, my friends. Don't worry, I'm yummy.com, so I will be back, and stay tuned, my internet friends. I've just lost it. Sorry, guys.